Every day, we use smartphones to send out billions of texts, while we watch just as many YouTube videos. Our world is driven by the internet, and every second is filled with busy information. Up in space, it's the opposite. No sounds can be heard there, and even with its trillions of stars, it is mostly an empty void. On one fateful day, however, everything would change. From a distant star, an extremely strong signal is detected by observatories all over the world. It's unlike anything we've ever seen before. There are weird patterns and symbols repeated over and over again. Suddenly, the transmission is deciphered, and it turns out to be a message from aliens. Alien contact would be known as the most important event in our history. Even the government wouldn't be able to keep a secret this big. Scientists all over the world would collaborate to discover as much as they could. Are these aliens a hive mind of bug-like creatures? Gray aliens driving around in UFOs? How about beings of pure light and energy? Whatever new information they come up with would be constantly updated on social media, such as Twitter. With the internet being plagued with fake news, however, paranoia would start to grow. Crazy conspiracies would spread like wildfire. Established religions would be questioned, and new ones worshipping these aliens would start to pop up. But in the lab, scientists would finally crack the code to the message and find out what these aliens really had to say. Before they could do that, however, something went very wrong. In an instant, almost every major city shut down. At the same time, worldwide banking systems halted to a stop, as the internet became too corrupted to use. Within a day, global economics, communications, and computer systems destabilized. But what could have possibly caused this? The alien message, upon being received, actually carried an advanced type of artificial intelligence. It secretly snuck into electrical grids and servers around the world to gather as much information as possible, until destroying everything it found. This information would be sent back to the aliens, and if we are considered too serious of a threat, they would be the first to know. Since sending spaceships over incredibly large distances is expensive, even when traveling at the speed of light, we probably wouldn't see thousands of giant UFOs shooting lasers at us. Instead, when they see our destructive technological growth as a threat, countless swarms of alien machines would eventually invade us. In response, the entire world would put aside their differences to fight against this threat. The firepower of the United States and the army of China would join forces with other countries to form humanity's greatest military. These forces, however, would not be nearly enough to survive. Normal bullets and projectiles wouldn't leave a dent on these machines, as they would be too strong and evasive. Defense strategies would fail, as the computing power of aliens would be more than enough to see all of its flaws. Even our last resort, nuclear weapons, wouldn't do much either, because the machines would just regenerate at the molecular level instantly. If we somehow found a way to fight against these machines, trillions more would simply replace them by using their limitless energy. With energy harvesting megastructures, they would use the power of entire stars against us. In comparison, our use of fossil fuels would only last us a few months against these threats. Meanwhile, they would keep attacking us for millions of years without a single problem. Our best bet would be to find a new planet to live on, or to hope that the aliens were more peaceful than we initially thought. Aliens could invade us for many reasons. We could be enslaved to work for them. Our planet could be used for land. Or maybe we're just in the way of their grand plans. Thankfully, despite the billions of planets in our galaxy, an alien invasion is highly unlikely. With the endless potential of space, however, aliens are just one among many things that evoke infinite wonder. We hope you enjoyed our look into how aliens could attack us. Do you think we will ever be invaded by aliens? Share your thoughts, suggestions, and questions in the comments below. Interesting new content like this is uploaded every week, so be sure to like and subscribe to see more of Infinite Wonder.